Have you ever just been walking before and wondered what controls you?
Yeah. What allows me to do what I do?
Maybe it's magic.
There's tiny elves that live inside of us that tells us what to do!
Can someone please help me understand?
The nervous system is a major controlling, regulator, and communicating system in the body. Like other systems in the body, the nervous system is composed of organs, principally in the brain, spinal cord, nerves, and ganglia. These in turn consist of various tissues, including nerve, blood, and connective tissue.
So the nervous system tells my body what to do, but what is the nervous system?
It is a network of nerve cells and fibers which transmits nerve impulses between the body. The nervous system maintains body homeostasis with electrical signals, provides for sensations, higher mental functioning, and emotional response, and activates muscles and glands.
So you're telling me that the nervous system is what allows me to talk and to walk and to move my body and to hear and to speak and to smell and to drink? But there's no way that it's that simple, just like a nervous system makes me do stuff. It's got to be a little bit more complicated than that, right?
The nervous system is divided into two main parts, the central nervous system, or CNS, and the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. The division of these two systems is not concrete. Although the spinal cord is part of the central nervous system, it connects to many parts of the peripheral nervous system. The central nervous system consists of the brain and the spinal cord. The spinal cord is located within the spinal column and connects to the brain through the brainstem. The brain is the center for higher intelligence, emotion, learning, and memories. The spinal cord is what connects sensory neurons to the brain. The function of the CNS is to integrate and process sensory information and tell the peripheral nervous system how to respond. The peripheral nervous system is comprised of all nervous tissue that is not the brain or spinal cord. It's comprised of two subsystems called the autonomic nervous system and the somatic nervous system.
That is a little bit more complicated than I thought. So you're telling me that the CNS is my brain and spinal cord and it is responsible for my learning, my emotions, and then the PNS is responsible for everything else as long as it's not my brain and my spinal cord? That is a little bit confusing. You said that there are more parts to the PNS. What are those?
The autonomic nervous system is responsible for involuntary motor responses like smooth muscle, cardiac muscle, and your glands. The somatic nervous system is responsible for voluntary motor responses like contracting skeletal muscle. There are two subsystems within the autonomic nervous system. These two systems are the sympathetic nervous system and the parasympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for your fight or flight response. This system raises respiration and heart rates in response to stimuli. The parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for the lesser-known rest and digest response, which occurs when the body is at rest, relaxed, or eating. The parasympathetic nervous system lowers respiration and heart rates and increases digestion, undoing the work that the sympathetic nervous system did.
Okay, that's still confusing, but I kind of get it. But you're telling me that they send signals, like car alarm signals, like red flag signals, like a wink signal? What kind of signals? What are signals?
The types of signals that each nervous system sends depends on which system is sending it. Afferent divisions are sensory signals that travel away from stimulus. This means that your sensing organs send this type of signal to your brain. On the other hand, efferent divisions are motor signals sent by the brain to muscles or glands that act accordingly.
Gotcha. That makes a little bit more sense. But still, so this nervous system is responsible for everything, but what makes up the nervous system? Histology is the microscopic structures of tissue. Among these microscopic structures are neurons. Neurons are responsible for conduction, propagation, and reception of nervous impulses. Processes called axons and dendrites extend from these cells. As well, synapses are a junction between two nerve cells, consisting of a minute gap across which impulses pass by diffusion of a neurotransmitter. So we got neurons, but neurons can't just be the only thing, right? There's got to be stuff inside the neurons. Don't they need a supporting buddy or something like that? Supporting cells, also known as neuroglia or glia cells, are associated with neurons. These cells are involved in nutrition, support, insulation, and protection of neurons. Okay, so they have supporting cells, but you talked about a PNS and a CNS earlier, right? Are the same supporting cells and the CNS that are in the PNS? In the PNS, satellite and Schwann cells are the supporting cells. Satellite cells surround the neuron cell bodies and ganglia and regulate O2 and CO2 nutrients and neurotransmitter levels around the neurons and ganglia. In the CNS, epidermal cells line the ventricles, the brain, and the central canal, the spinal cord. As well, they assist in producing, circulating, and monitoring cerebrospinal fluid. Oligodendrocyte cells melanate CNS axons and provide structural framework. Astrocytes maintain blood-brain barrier and provide structural support. They regulate ion, nutrient, and dissolve gas concentration. As well, they absorb and recycle neurotransmitters and form scar tissue after injury. Finally, microglia removes debris, waste, and pathogens by phagocytosis.
Huh, that's really interesting. Although, wouldn't neurons have like an anatomy too? Or like cells? Like, don't they have anatomy too?
For the anatomy of a motor neuron, we have the postsynaptic cell, the synaptic terminals, the telodendria, the axon, the axolemma, the initial segment of axon hillock, mitochondrion, the perikaryon, the dendrite, Golgi apparatus, nucleus, nucleolus, the dendritic spines, the nasal body, and the neurofilament. The axon neurons have more than two processes, but axons cannot be distinguished from dendrites. Axonic neurons are found in the brain and special sense organs, but the function of the axonic neurons are poorly understood. Bipolar neurons have two processes separated by the cell body. Bipolar neurons are rare and have special sense organs that relay sensory information. Pseudo-unipolar neurons have a special elongate process with the cell body situated to one side. Most sensory neurons of the PNS are unipolar and extend a meter or more. Multipolar neurons have more than two processes. There is a single axon and multiple dendrites. Multipolar neurons are the most common neurons of the central nervous system. All motor neurons that control skeletal muscles are multipolar neurons.
Whoa, I never knew that all that was going on inside of my body at the same time. It's kind of incredible, honestly, and I think I understand it now. My brain, from my nervous system, is getting tired from all this talk about the brain. So I think we're gonna go sleep, but good luck. I'm gonna go, you have fun.